Fun. All right. TGIW, ladies. Woo.
TGIW.
Oh, I like this. Better late than never. Stuart.
I was putting stuff on her stories and I was like, Molly and Libby are currently wondering where the heck I am.
That was what she said. She asked me where my Mantha was. I said, I don't know where my Mantha is.
I called her your Mantha because she was late.
I don't remember what happened while you were gone, Molly, but Libby was like, she looked at me all serious like, and she's like, we can't let this happen because if something happens to Molly's Mantha while Molly is gone, they'll never forgive me.
You must take care of my Mantha. You must.
True story. What are you guys up to today?
I am still doing my best trying to get back in the swing of things, y'all. I'm not going to lie. My brain is struggle busing.
Tell everybody, let us live vicariously through you. How was your cruise? Were there any monkeys jumping on you on your excursions?
Yes, there were, but I didn't get those pictures to share yet. But yes, so funny story. We got off at a stop on St. Kitts, and we are like off the bus. We're on this open air bus tour. It was a beautiful day. And all of a sudden this guy comes up. He's like, oh, Penn State, woo, woo, go Penn State. And Nick turns around because he's wearing his Penn State hat. And as soon as he turns around, this guy literally just takes these monkeys and puts them on us. And he's like, here, give me your phone. And he starts taking pictures and the monkeys are crawling all over us. And Nick looks like I would rather be putting needles in my eyes right now than sitting here with a diaper stinky monkey on me. Right. So I'm like, just smile and we'll move on. So I got my phone back from him. He takes things. He goes, that's $20 each. Nick was like, no, it's not $20.
Oh, I have words for him. Words that we can't say on the YouTube.
Yeah. He's like, sorry, dude. And he's like, no, $20 each. And he said, no way. He said, you don't put monkeys on me and take pictures and not tell me ahead of time what it cost is. I'll give you a $2 tip. And he gave him $2 and we walked away.
Perfect. Good job, Nick. Good job.
He's like, no way. So,
right? Especially when it's like not even enjoyable. It's not something you even wanted to do. Oh my gosh, you're so cute.
How cute. That's beautiful.
One of our nights out. So I have to tell you, on this cruise, we thought about Shar and we thought about Billy, and I made Nick take a picture so you could see the size of the flamingo on the ship.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
He looked at me and goes, do I really? I'm like, yes, go get in front of the flamingo.
Here, you got to see Tommy's comment. Hey,
Tommy, you know what? They probably wanted to, but they weren't pickpocketing this girl. No. And trust me, they were all here and above. They were like on Nick's head, on my shoulder. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I think that's hilarious based on Nick's reaction to Chummy, my little dog. I'm thinking, oh boy, yeah, he is not going to be a fan of the monkeys.
Not liking the little animals. Nope. Not liking the little animals. Not at all.
That's funny.
So one of the things that we did, I'm going to just share my favorite thing was we went to where they make the batik dyeing, the fabrics and all.
Batik.
Batik, batik, however everybody was pronouncing it every different way. Even the people there were pronouncing it all different ways.
Yeah.
So it was this beautiful landscape, old historic building and all, and they did a tour. This is like walking up to the building. But of course we bought some pieces, but I had to take a picture of this because it was all the different fabrics lined up drying on the racks.
Yes.
But they were so beautiful, and they did the really cool, just showing you the whole process. Like I got pictures of like the fabric with the art and the wax all dried on there, and it was really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So we had fun. Yeah, it was a good week. It was a ginormous ship, biggest ship ever. We had fun.
And your tan is back.
My tan is a little bit there. I did not over tan because I was so worried about getting burnt, and that was not going to happen on my watch.
That's the first thing I said when I saw her. I'm like, you're tan.
I really noticed it this morning for some reason. We're sitting in Motivation in Minutes, and I'm just like, look at how she's glowing. Like,
in contrast to the rest of us, it's pretty stark. Yeah.
So yeah, I was determined. I was putting 50 on every hour because I was like, I am so milk toast, and I don't want to ruin my trip by getting burnt right off the bat. So I never got burnt. I just kept a nice little color going. I saw a lot of people who were not reapplying 50 every hour.
Right.
And was glad that I made the decisions that I did because they were in some pain. Oof. That's the different thing about going in the middle of the winter on those kind of cruises is you don't think about that a lot. You know, if you go in the spring and summer and fall, you've still got some kind of base, but
well, some of us do, some of us don't.
Some of us spend all day in our e-basements.
Yes.
I gotcha. But anyway, we had a good time.
I looked at my legs the other day and I had such a bad burn last year when I was kayaking the one day because it got over 100 here the one day and it was straight sun. I'm not built for that. That's not. And I still have a heck of a tan line on my legs. You won't see it otherwise, though, because nobody ever sees my legs this time of year. But I saw it, and it was shocking still.
I'll see it in Vegas. Do you think it'll still be?
Yes, you will. You will.
Tommy will see you in Vegas, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll see Tommy in Vegas.
Oh, all right. Okay. I got to make up for lost Tommy time now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You never got to hang out with Tommy.
Nope.
I know. Poor Libby was sick in bed. She was
making up for lost time this time around. Woo!
I can't believe it's only like a few weeks away. Like, this is nuts.
Oh my gosh. No, we can't talk about it. No.
Oh.
Nope.
It's not too late if anybody wants to get tickets, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Still tickets available. Tickets
are still available. I just got the text back. We're going to have some swag in the bag. So you can get yourself a little Chats goodie if you come get your swag bag.
Yes.
Full of treats.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So on the shipping front, I'm just so excited about this. You guys are going to be so sick of hearing me talk about it, but this stretch wrap.
Best thing ever.
I can't wait. I have 4 of them here for each of you.
In front of your face, Libby, because you got your focus thing on, and there we go.
There we go. American Bubble Boy, my go-to stretch wrap, industrial strength. This thing is awesome. It's replaced my big roll. I mean, Mr. C Chats, Nick is going to be just so tickled. It's like the most amazing stuff I've ever used. It has totally revolutionized my shipping. I'm actually enjoying shrink wrapping.
Are you tickling my husband? I don't know
see, that's the thing. Libby's really excited to make our husbands happy. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You were talking about her 2025 plans. Maybe we should.
That makes it just because I get more time with you guys. If they're off shipping, I get more time with you guys.
Okay, I got your plan.
That's true. All right. We always say Libby can't leave too much because she's got to keep shipping and stuff at her place. But as long as she keeps our shipping managers happy, we can go to Libby's.
True that.
There we go. We could just go spend a whole month with Libby and our men would take care of the rest of it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Until I become
that actually sounds like
West Coast Molly permanently, then what do we do?
No, we don't. No. No.
Tommy will be hanging out. West Coast Tommy and Molly.
No. I mean, yes to Tommy. No to you. No. Trying to get you to stay on this side.
Yeah, because let me tell you, you go on vacation and it's rough to get back in the swing of things. We have an episode about that. I need to go watch it.
That's one of my favorite episodes from 2024 is that vacation episode and how to get back on track. It's such a good episode. Yeah.
It's real. And I was thinking, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. And today I called Libby this morning. I'm like, my brain is out of control. It's out of control.
I could tell you were a little ornery this morning. I could tell. Yeah.
My brain is
When I asked her about the sneakers, is that what you're talking about
She was
there?
a little-
It
was
was
just
a
like-
little uncomfortable.
She was just like, no. That was it. No conversation.
Bare feet.
Mary Molly, what are you
Mary
doing?
Molly. Mary Alicia Molly Hackalista. She's there. So y'all, my one of my tasks, one of my things I have to do, I saw some suggestions for the word to replace with task because it's so yucky. But one of my things
One of your adventures.
Huh?
One of your missions for the day.
One of my missions is to put my socks and shoes on every morning because, you know, when you work from home, you don't put your socks and shoes on, but when you put them on, it changes your mindset. I didn't do it today, which might be why my brain is all over the place. I don't know. It's needing the grounding of the socks and the sneakers.
I just put socks
still
on,
didn't
so I
put them
understand.
on.
No.
But she still didn't put them on.
Yesterday, she thanked me for reminding her to do that.
And had them on.
And today, she killed you with her eyes.
I was going to say there was a death stare going on this morning.
Y'all
Yes.
called me out in front of everybody in Motivation in Minutes this morning. Molly, do you have your shoes on?
I figured you had them on. It wasn't
Which
like
is-
I just figured you did.
In
Well,
Libby's
I know I do
defense,
not.
it's literally what you thanked me for doing yesterday.
So now the petulant child in me is refusing to put my shoes on the rest of the day.
Oh my God.
Whatever. If you want to
Johnny
take a low
is-
score, you take a low score. Yeah.
Johnny is in the house.
Oh, come on, Johnny.
And I love this man. Oh, that's great.
Come on, Johnny.
I love
Johnny,
that we found
that's
one of your
actually the burn
neighbors.
smell from the Bills' loss. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Ooh.
I better stop.
Oh, I was just gonna add that one. Yeah,
Yep. Oh, yeah. The diabetic reseller. We love her.
she was
Yeah.
on that episode.
See Chat's face.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you see Tommy's task?
Oh my gosh! There you go.
Oh,
After that
Johnny got on
extraction
me.
hell
Good
you were
thing.
through, it's a good thing. You need to be doing that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
she gets grounded in her new carpet.
Oh, and you do have new carpet. Yes.
Yes.
I can be like wiggling my toes just thinking about new carpet. Yes.
So I have to tell Johnny one thing. Johnny, I was
Well, you
pulling
already
for
hurt
you.
his feelings, so
I know it's too soon to get on the Bills, but in all honesty, I was cheering for you guys. We were on the ship. We watched the Eagles game with a bunch of Eagles fans, and all the Kansas City fans were around us. And this woman comes up to me and she goes, "Are you saving the seat for anybody after the game?" And I went, "No." And I go, "But what team are you rooting for?" And she said, "The Bills." And I said, "Well, in honor of my friend Johnny, you get the seat when we get up." And that was it. And so she and her husband stood at the bar behind us until we were done. In fact, we got up early and moved to a different table with some Eagles friends we met from New Jersey and gave up the table to the Bills fans in your name. So I was rooting. I said, "I'm rooting for y'all. You gotta win."
Nice.
and I mean we're rooting for anybody but KC at this point, right? I mean, like, so there's that. So
Well, my
yeah.
husband was not, but I was. Nick wants the Eagles to get revenge. Nick says nothing would be better than to have the repeat and them take them down.
Yeah.
So he
Right.
wanted them to win because he wants the Eagles to take them down. But
For sure.
I was going for the Bills because I'm tired. Kansas City's turning into the old Dallas Cowboys. I'm over it.
Right. Well, flash forward 20 years. Look at them Cowboys now. Nobody cares. So
Right.
we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait it out.
Johnny,
And look at the Lions now. Holy schmoly.
holy schmoly. Johnny, do not be a wounded duckling. You guys had a rock star season. So just hang on to that. That's exactly what I told Nick and Cal after Penn State lost, that you gotta sit on an amazing season. So we've lost Libby because we're talking sports, so we better change the subject.
All right, out of that. But
I'm just thinking about my daughter in Center City and
yes.
Oh, she's climbing up those
what
poles.
all is going to go down because when they won the playoffs, it was like insane, right? So she
Awesome.
sends me a picture of like what she lives by Independence Hall, what Philly looks like, and I'm like, oh yeah,
It's
that
so
looks
funny because we're listening. We're in the co-working room together. We're zooming together. We got other friends in there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad like Emma's inside, and it's crazy over there. It's just nuts." And then a little while later, what was Emma doing?
Yeah, so it's a picture of like everything's green and Independence Hall is lit up. There's confetti everywhere. It's like wild, and I'm like, well, she probably just walked outside and took a picture. And my friend says to me, "Oh, aren't you really nervous with her there?" And I was like, "No." And then 2 seconds later, she sends me a picture of her in the middle of the street on her boyfriend's shoulders. Like
I saw that
a million
picture.
people around, and I'm like, "Oh my God, now I'm nervous."
No,
back
that was
inside,
an
girl.
awesome picture. Derek was
That's
taking
great.
very good care of her, and I'm glad she experienced that because there's nothing like Philly sports fans. So yeah, I stood up when they wanted. I stood up and I said, "Philly, grease the poles. Here we go."
I was just gonna say, I wonder if they're gonna grease the poles.
Yep.
Oh, they're greasing
Yep.
the poles. Trust.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
greasing the
Oh
poles.
gosh.
They always do,
All
but
right.
it doesn't matter.
Is
They
it
climb
only
the pole.
Philadelphia where they grease light poles, or does that happen
It's
in
a
other cities?
Philadelphia thing that started grease the
So-
poles, but I'm sure others.
Yeah, they probably
there.
Yeah, they probably do it in other places now, but it had to be a Philly
Philly
thing. I
thing.
mean, Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me tell you,
Yeah,
that grease
so-
does not stop them because last time they greased the poles, there were a lot of pictures of people up the poles. They don't care.
Tommy, sometimes we talk sports, and all the time Libby hates it. She just
Hate it.
zones out on us. So we would, I mean, it's not just the bearded resellers that talk about sports. We would talk
Right.
about it more if we didn't love Libby so much. But
This is the only time I will ever probably contribute in any way to a sports conversation. Yeah.
we talk
Like
about
I
sports.
lived near Philly, and
Oh my
I
God.
went to Penn State, I didn't go to a single game.
Do you know how much that kills my husband that you went to Penn State and never went to the
Right?
games? I
I
mean,
want to go
and
to a
I don't
Penn State
care.
game, and I'm a Michigan fan. Oh man! So
He and the guy I went to high school, graduated high school with, was the quarterback at Penn State. Like to top things off.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
you're not getting brownie points with Nick, that's for sure.
I know.
Good thing he
Oh
loves you.
man! Poor Libby though. Like we talked about Boss last year. She was sick in bed. Molly is watching baseball on the TV in our room, and because it was playoffs, it was October, right? There were playoffs, and then I'm watching football projected onto the hotel across the street.
Oh, that's right.
Because they had like that sports pool with the big projector on the wall. And so like I'm like, oh, I can watch football this way. You watch that way. It was a great time for us. It's probably the reason Libby got sick, though.
That's
really.
why she got sick. Like I am
I'm
out of
I'm
this
out.
mess, man. Mess. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
All
Kathy
right.
was at Penn State. Hey, you don't use the word only, Kathy. You went to 2 games.
oh,
Singing the
man.
national
sang the anthem.
Boom.
I only
Kathy
ever
went
ever sang the
to
anthem at local games. So good for you.
Nice.
So here we sing the Canadian and the American. Does that happen anywhere else?
Only
No.
when teams play Canadian teams and they do
Oh.
it sometimes.
It's totally like we can't, like, I know the Canadian anthem, just we had to know it to sing it. But I mean, like anybody that goes to any sort of event around here. But I feel like it happens all over Michigan. So I thought it was like a normal thing.
No, it's like the grease and the light poles in Philly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the Canadian anthem is like way sweeter sounding than the American one. Ours is just about war, and theirs is like their land and how wonderful it is and all that. It's such a beautiful anthem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Buffalo,
All right. First
yeah,
you said Buffalo.
'cause
Yeah.
they're on the border. That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. I want to ask Johnny a question because I haven't talked to you. Are you guys still going to Nashville in April? I hope so.
Well, I know Stuart's not. He has his room booked, right? So he better be going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stuart can't go. Yeah.
Stuart is marrying off another one of his kids. At what point will we stop planning stuff around Stuart's children's weddings?
Right?
Wait, is this the last one? I feel like
I
there still might be one more after
Yeah,
this.
there's another child.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Amy in a while. We need to.
There's another
Yeah.
child.
There's still
Amy
more.
sent
All
me a
right.
text on the ship, a message on the ship when the Eagles won. She goes, now relax
Nice.
and have a great time. Woohoo!
That's awesome. All right. All Buffalonians. That is a fun word. Buffalonians. I like that. Know the
Sounds like
words
it's
to Oh
like a
Canada.
snack. You know what? At the game next week, I'm going to have some Buffalonians with some ranch dip.
Every time I think about Buffalo, that song "Shuffle Off to Buffalo."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Johnny, you know what I'm talking about?
I think of the song Guy on a Buffalo, which is not a mainstream song, and it's a spoof off of an old movie. And y'all should look it up on YouTube when you're done here. This is a 4-part series, Guy on a Buffalo. It's dumb, but it's funny. Hi, Carla. We're glad you made it.
Carla! I was just asking about Carla, saying I haven't seen her in forever.
She's here.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, Tommy's got some advice for you,
Libby, you need to stay away from the grease poles. All right. Johnny's still coming. Stuart is the last minute call, but yeah.
You know what? We're just going to pick him up on our way through. He'd asked me about that when I was on y'all's show. Remember last time, Johnny, that Nick and I could just pick him up. So we'll just go pick him up. We won't give him a choice. Every week we learn about another kid.
Gotta love it. Yeah.
Stuart. Oh, Stuart.
I need to catch up on their episodes. I started watching the live. I was so bummed I wasn't home to do the live thing. But it looked like you guys had a good time and a good turnout over there. And the Flippers Finders Resell podcast. Everybody go check them out.
Yes.
Please. Finders Flippers.
Finders Flippers. Did I say it the other way around? I don't know.
Like maybe you did.
I'm just glad they don't spell it like Leonard Skinner anymore. So we're good.
That was rough. That was a rough period.
Trying to tell people about our friend's podcast and then having to spell it every time was not.
If we could remember the spelling.
Yeah. There's a lot of Y's. Yeah.
I kept looking up Leonard Skinner and like trying to figure out, like, she said it was spelled like that. And she just told him to play. Man, it's a guy on a buffalo. It's great. It's obnoxious. My mom is probably rolling her eyes if she remembers my guy on a buffalo phase. Yeah.
You can say hi. We're live on YouTube, Nick.
Hi, ladies.
Johnny's there. Say hi to Johnny.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, hey, Mr. C Chats.
We got Nick's hand. All right. All right. Hi. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Becky.
It's okay. Oh. It's new eBay closed rule change, hard to adapt with all your platforms, does not affect me. So I guess that's an announcement we should, in case anybody hasn't seen. It was supposed to go live yesterday, where eBay is switching the close things to say that they are any pre-owned clothing will be put into the pre-owned good category. They have postponed that. It did not go live yesterday. They announced yesterday that it would go live sometime in mid-February. So next week, I don't know. There is an official announcement in your seller hub. Scroll down to the bottom of your seller hub to the seller news section, and it will be the latest article there. It's not really gonna affect me either. Most of the things that I list that are pre-owned, I put in as good. I very rarely put anything as excellent, or like I don't like grading that kind of stuff. It's just, it's good, or it has flaws, and it's fair or poor. Like it's, yeah. How do you guys feel about that?
So I'm not getting worked up about it. I'm not doing a blessed thing with it. Like, figure it out, like, yeah. And my new listings, if something's excellent, I'll put it in the excellent cat, but old listings, you know what?
Right.
Who cares? I do not care at all.
Yeah. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah,
be all right.
But it does give YouTubers something to get like worked up about. So yeah, I mean,
all across. I watched an English one the other day, like 1:00 in the afternoon. It was nighttime there, and I clicked on YouTube, and somebody was live and suggested for me. I don't remember his name. I apologize, but I think we are subbed now because he was great, and they were even freaking out about it over there. And I'm not worried about it. As with anything, move forward. Just keep listing. It's okay.
And her main question was how will it adapt across platforms, since we list on multiple platforms. I think it was her big thing. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. Yeah.
No. So So List Perfectly did, they have already changed with the times and adapted where you've always been able to put in your condition, the 2-part, whether it's new or used, and then the good or the whatever. And they now, I have not tried this, but they now have it so you can pull in, once it changes, you can pull into your catalog what it says on eBay and then update any of them if they don't match what you have them in List Perfectly from when you listed it. So it's easier to go through and say, oh, I need to update these ones because they are actually like new with tags or like things like that. But again, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not that big a deal. And all my other platforms, none of the other platforms even ask. They don't even go that deep. They just ask if it's new or used. Really, I think
they don't go that deep.
Right.
I feel like I'm talking to cow. It's not that deep, Mom. It's not that deep.
That deep.
And Vendu has adopted like they've pulled in the same thing, like pulled in the conditions. You can, put it in your Vendu form, and it's so. I'm saying it's a non-issue, but
Easy peasy.
Hello.
Woohoo.
Where is Pollywog Flats? That is in the Upper Peninsula. That is my mom.
Oh, is that an actual place?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all right.
She has a whole long story that goes with it. It's not a real place. It's just like her ideal place. It's a whole thing. It's more of a philosophy and I don't know. It's a feeling.
Okay.
Man on a buffalo. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm
Guy
so
on a buffalo. It's great. 4 parts. Like I said, they're hilarious. So basically, there's this old Western movie, and somebody years ago, when I was like a teenager, took clips of this movie because it's the guy's literally riding a buffalo and he finds like a baby in the woods and he helps this lady on her homestead, and like he just voices over the whole thing in song. It's hilarious in the dumbest way. It's good. It's a good time. It's good. It may have been my anthem for like a whole summer at one point. It's okay.
How old were you?
I had a child at that point. I was probably like 20, 21.
Okay. All right. I was picturing like 12, but okay.
Right? I was a very immature summer of my life, apparently. I was obsessed with that series. I don't know. I've never watched the real movie that it's based off of, but
let her rip, she says. Let her rip.
Exactly, Carla. Yes.
Love it.
Just keep moving. Yeah.
Yes, Chantel agrees. Let her rip.
All right. All right.
I love all these comments when we can barely keep up with the chat. That never happens. This is great.
Right?
Love this. Yes, not tons of work, so we're good. Thank you for worrying about us and our workload. I appreciate that,
really
Judith.
sweet.
Very thoughtful. Yes. They're letting her rip. Aw, thanks.
Oh.
Why didn't you people
you're so sweet, Carla. Yes. I love it.
Thumbs up. All right, so what is that?
World? Where? What?
I know you didn't ask what I was listing today.
What?
But,
circus items? Like, what are you
Vintage
doing?
toys,
little noise maker here.
That is so fun. Don't sell that. I need those in my life.
Oh, I like that one.
I did watch them extensively because they're part of an auction lot. That's the only reason I put my mouth on it. But
let me see the bottom of the other one. The second one you picked up. Is it polka dot?
Yeah. So
I love that one.
This is polka dot. These are like New Year's Eve ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those are so fun.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh, did you just get these at auction? Is this like did you auction this past weekend?
No, this is from the weekend before. So I didn't go to the auction this weekend, and on Sunday, because it was supposed to be guns and ammo, and I thought I'm not interested. And then like halfway through the day, I see on Facebook they must have like canceled that and did a regular one.
Oh,
and I missed it.
Bummer. Well,
yeah,
it's so weird that you're a sourcer now. This is weird.
Well,
Isn't
I have
it?
more
Just
than
come
enough
over to
stuff
the
here,
dark
so I really
side.
shouldn't be that. But then I'm not going to be here. Like if they do one in 2 weeks, I'm traveling, so I don't know. Whatever.
Right. Yeah, you do have a lot of travel coming up. All right, pollywogs. So yeah, one time I caught about a bunch. This is Midwestern here for you. Of just hatched pollywogs. I left them in my little red wagon while I ate lunch. Oh.
Oh.
And guess what happened? They turned into raisins.
Oh.
Those poor little pollywogs. That's like when my mother-in-law used to find snakes in my husband, or well, I think it was in his brother's pockets all the time. She'd be doing laundry. Oh, there's a dried up little garter snake. Our snakes are not poisonous. Nothing in Michigan is poisonous, I swear to God. So it's not like a worry. But yeah, but baby snakes everywhere. There's always baby snakes. We can just pick stuff up and play with it because nothing here is ever no problems at all.
Yeah, that's
I
not
did not
happening
know.
here.
Do you have alligators in North Carolina?
I grew up with alligators, but there are none here. No,
because I
grew up with alligators in my backyard, basically.
That's so weird. I saw, and I assumed it was like a zoo or a preserve or something weird. But there was like this viral video of a guy in North Carolina, and he showed alligators when they got that big freeze last week or whatever. There was a little bit of ice on top of the water, and they'd boop their little noses up and make little breathe holes. And I saw it like a bajillion times. It was everywhere.
Like hibernate. I don't get that.
I don't know. I never want to live anywhere where the logs could eat me, though. That's not.
From my house growing up, you look out the window here, you have the ocean. You walk across the street here, there was a big lagoon that had alligators. And stupid kids we would jump in the water with the alligators that ate the neighbors' puppies constantly. But like there was one time a palmetto log, like a palmetto tree.
Not crazy. Yeah. Yeah, like palmetto cheese. I know what those are. Okay.
The palmetto tree would fall in and they float.
Is that related to palmetto cheese?
What?
Oh, that's pimento cheese. Never mind.
Pimento cheese.
They're both Southern. I don't know.
Of the South. But we would get on that log and try to roll on the log with the alligator in there and, fall off in the water. And yeah, we were dumb. I would die if my kid did that now. And that's what we did. Yep. And with the gators.
Carla's having a lot of fun chatting with us. I'm glad you're here, Carla.
Yeah.
We went to an auction, so I may have been talking to Carla this morning like I used to talk to Carla because Carla has been doing a lot of sourcing, but she said we would be very proud of her basement. She's been doing a lot of listing as well. So
awesome.
You're doing a good job going in time, but I have to pop this up for you. Yes, they are like Duke Mayo trees, palmetto trees, palmetto cheese.
I have lost my mind.
Oh, this is great.
It's always find a way to bring it around to snacks on Wednesday.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. It's a normal Wednesday. We've wound up on food chat.
Wednesday, all about the food.
Nick brings me lunch, which I'm very appreciative of, but I have had nothing but coffee today, and it is right here, and it smells so good. And I'm trying to focus on y'all while my mouth is watering.
What is it? Can you show it to us?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, it's not going to look as good as it's. All right, Libby, you remember chicken thighs with the ground mustard?
Oh, yeah.
It's that and broccoli and a turkey roll-up that I didn't eat yesterday that he wrapped, and he's making me eat it today. I don't want the turkey roll-up, but I want the chicken and mustard.
It's so healthy.
And apparently just 2 pieces of broccoli today, y'all. That's all I get.
2 pieces. Just be thankful you can eat broccoli. I can't. Sounds delicious.
True.
Sounds delicious. My mom was trying to explain pollywog flats, which I don't even know. The old timers say that as children living down on pollywog flats, if the frogs were alive in the well, when they went to haul water, it was okay to drink the water. Oh, well, that's true, but also sounds real disgusting.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I could see where that's, I'm going to share again. Chantel also saw that video, so I'm just saying I'm not crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So we should talk about or come learn with us tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
This
Talk
is like
a little
regular
business.
occurrence. Yeah.
So
So every couple weeks, every month, I don't know. We do a come learn with
real
us
quiet to me
Patreon group where we just get together and we have a different topic. And tomorrow is eBay Seller Hub.
Yes. So the great thing about this is we trying to find a link. We go with whatever flow everybody has there. So if we get in there and there's some beginners or maybe some people that aren't quite familiar with eBay yet or things like that, then we will start right from basics and just, step by step save the Seller Hub. Here's how you get to it. This is how you save a bookmark for it. Like, we will start right from the basics. We have a couple hours to just dive deep and answer whatever questions. It's not recorded because a lot of people have a hard time following even when we share our screens. But if you share your screen and we walk you through it that way, sometimes that's easier for people. So we don't record it so that everybody's safe sharing their screen, especially since it's your Seller Hub. It shows all your numbers and stuff. So we want to keep that as discreet as possible. But we've done.
I have to share my screen if I don't want to.
Yep. No.
Well, you
I
do,
have to, but you guys don't.
But everybody else doesn't have to, but you do. We will be sharing our screen, so you'll see the two sides of the spectrum there because we have very different businesses, or sizes of business, I should say. So, yeah, we've done 2 of these so far. We did it with Etsy, and it's a come learn with us because we learn just as much as you guys.
So much fun.
We're pretty familiar with the Seller Hub, but I'm sure when we start clicking on reports and different things that can go in there, we're going to find some cool things or dive deep into that. So yeah, it's going to be really fun. And like I said, it's just whoever shows up and asks questions, that's where we'll go with it. Like, just whatever people need. And if we get to the end of the 2 hours, we do have another meeting right after. So we will have to end it. But that just, if there's still questions, that just means we'll schedule another one.
Part 2.
So, like we did last time. So yeah, so that is in our Patreon.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that you checked in with me last night after our Motivation in Minutes. He did go back and look and make sure that he had followed up with his goal from the week before. And I love accountability. I love it. Judith said that you need to eat. It looks delicious.
And then can we watch you eat it, Molly?
Tommy, you leaned in and your voice got extra loud when you said that, and it was a little
weird.
Tommy says that if you don't eat it, he will. That's great. Etsy used to be a friend as well, but I think I inadvertently spammed them and they kicked me out. How? You got kicked out of the Etsy? Oh, Carla. Yes, for this event in Patreon, yes, you do need a subscription. Tier 2 and above will have access to this one. So yes, that starts at $25 a month. I don't remember. 20. I don't remember what that tier is at, but click on that link. It'll show you the tiers. Yes. And you can do a 1 week free trial. So you can start it now. Technically go for free. And then if you don't fall in love with us, you can cancel. But I mean, I'm sure you'll stick around.
We can understand why you wouldn't.
I am a queen. Thanks.
All right, accountability queen. Sorry, so we need Samantha as the queen graphic, Molly.
Yep.
And we need me as the nerd graphic, according to our Motivation in Minutes peeps.
There we go.
So what's Molly going to be? I'll be the nerd. Samantha will be the queen. And Molly will be, I don't know.
Evidently they have rules. Yes, Etsy has rules.
So we did a thing in our business because going on vacation, the hardest thing to deal with us having shared accounts is going on vacation apart.
Yeah.
Like, when we go on vacation, like when we go to Boss, we just put everything on vacation together. But if I go, like I did last week without Libby, then we got to figure out how we do everything. So what I normally do is change I know I just need to start taking you, Libby, then there's not a problem. I have to change my business policies on Etsy and eBay, which is fairly easy. Poshmark is the real pill. So we have to go in and delist everything. Remember what we delisted, relist it when we get back. It's just a pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a pain.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain was coming back from the cruise because that's what I do. And we called Libby on the road trip home. And anyway, we decided to open a second Poshmark store in North Carolina, Consignment NC.
There you go.
Which is phenomenal now. So we're now, all our stuff is getting listed over there from North Carolina. So when I go on vacation, I can just put it on vacation. I forgot how horrible the spammers are when you're a new account.
Right.
I have flagged 1,000 things in the last 24 hours. It is the most ridiculous. Oh, it's awful. Awful.
I wonder how long it'll take you to get the first sale. Like, how many items do you have up there so far?
I don't know.
This could be a fun little experiment.
This could be like a journey of like how watching her get all this stuff over there and how long it takes. I was giving Dawn a little bit of I was razzing him a little bit last night about Poshmark, and then I said he was talking about how many items he had there, and I said, yeah, but how many sales have you had in the last 30 days? And he's like 33, and I'm like, okay, never mind. That's great. You're doing good. You're doing good.
You're doing good. I have 86 listings, 4,129 followers.
All right.
Wow.
So I wonder how long it's going to take to get sale number 1.
I don't know. We got to hook
up
a
day. I mean,
Prime Lister and get going.
Yeah. Thanks to Frizzy's Finds.
Yeah. Thanks to Frizzy's
Prime Lister, and we're loving it so far.
So that answers Carla's question. There we go. Yeah.
We are, yes, we use Prime Lister. We got that advice. We were using other things. We've used several things over the years, right, Libby? But I kept seeing Frizzy Finds talk about Prime Lister and a couple other of our friends. So I said to Libby, let's give it a try and just see what it does. So we're like, we'll do like a couple of weeks. I think it's a couple of weeks free or something. And Libby calls me a week and a half in. How do you feel? And I'm like, loving it, because for like 6 months, I'd had a sale here, a sale there. Libby would have some, decent sales. I sold more in that like week and a half than I had in 6 months. So I was like, I'm all over Prime Lister.
Nice.
This is going to be interesting to see how it does. So this morning I reached out to them because we were just going to open another Prime Lister account for the second closet. And you can have more than one closet on there if you upgrade your, plan. So I upgraded the plan, and now we have the 2 Poshmark closets on there. I don't think you set yours up, like set it up to run yet, Molly, right?
Not yet. No, I got to do that today.
So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes to get that, to get things rolling and get the first sale.
Yeah. And what is our code for Prime Lister?
I don't know, but if anybody wants, list perfectly, they also have their own sharing thing for no additional cost, as long as you're on the Pro. The Pro and the Pro Plus plan. I don't remember which plan, but it's on their plans. It's a great share, and you can send offers, followers, unfollow people. You can do all the things on there, and it's working great. So you can use code CChats and try out List Perfectly.
And we have a code for Prime Lister, Libby.
You do. I looked. I couldn't find it.
I do. It's in the show. It's in the show notes. I can look it up.
Look it up.
The show notes.
So Tommy, Prime Lister is a listing bot. It just, shares your things on Poshmark and all, like so many others do. But this one just seems to it's getting better sales. I watched over time when certain people signed up for it, how their sales went so high, so fast. And it's, real sellers. Sometimes you see people on YouTube and you realize they're really not doing that much. But this was Frizzy Finds. This was a Rural Squirrel uses it. And I watched them and saw how much they were actually selling with Prime Lister. And I said to Libby, let's give it a try, because we've tried different ones and see if there's any difference. And there was definitely a difference.
I found it, Libby.
Okay, thank you.
I found it. I went to our that whole section that you have outlined for us that says affiliates and sponsors. Yeah, you're great. It was right at the top.
Yeah. So I really like, I really like it. So the reason you might want to use it is like people instead of, List Perfectly, like if you have Pro Plus on List Perfectly and that's working, that's awesome. It works great, except if you have an excessively large closet. Like I'm going to say over 5,000 items in your Poshmark closet. Most of the sharing tools have issues when they hit that 5,000 limit. Not just any of them.
Right.
And so it doesn't apply to most people that you're going to have an issue with that. But
that is true.
Once you get over 5,000, Prime Lister is a good option. And that was the trouble we were running into with the other sharing tools was it wouldn't go deep enough in the closet. So
that's a really good point. Yeah.
But if you're under 5 and you like what you use, it's all good.
All right. I put the link in the chat for the Prime Lister. Look at all these links in here. We got a lot of links.
We're all linked up.
Yeah, we do.
Linked right up. We have a book club tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday.
Club is Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And Mondays and Tuesdays. We got all the book clubs. I'm calling the 12-week one a book club just because it is basically. But so book club tomorrow, that's in the Patreon group and that is free. So we do a monthly just for flippin' fun book club where we read about like murders and stuff and fun. We've had all kinds of different kinds of books in there. So that's our fun one. I still have to finish the book. Molly took a cruise and finished it. So now she's trying to convince her husband that she just needs a cruise every month and she can finish books. So
that way I can make sure my books are done in time. It works.
And then on Mondays, we have another free book club, and that is our business boosting book club. And my book is downstairs, but we are currently doing the Slight Edge because it goes along well with all of our goals that we're doing and things like that. So you can jump in at any time and check that one out. And there are recordings in Patreon. They are not published here on YouTube, but they are in Patreon if you want to join that and view what we've discussed previously. And then you can jump in and chat with us. We do a different book every quarter.
I believe one of our members referred to it as life-changing.
Yes. I heard that.
I got to get that quote.
Right.
I love it.
Well, this just for flipping fun book was life-changing too, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
Totally different way. Have you guys tried Posture VA?
Posture VA. So I'm reading that and I'm like, Poshurba.
Have you tried Poshurba?
What is Poshurba?
Poshurba. I like to say it, but I've never heard of it. Oh, Posture VA. Yeah.
You have to be fluent in Reseller. Yeah. So have you guys tried Posture VA?
I have not. No.
Okay. So we can't compare to that. Not sure, Tommy. Sorry. Don't know.
I've heard real good things about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't say personally. Yeah.
Think they are counting your solds. They will. So when you first look at your closet in Poshmark, it will count your solds. You have to filter by actives and all that. But when it's sharing, like for you, your List Perfectly, Carla, when it's sharing, it should only be sharing your active ones. And I think there's a setting in there to change that. Because some people share everything. I don't know why. I personally, as a shopper, get frustrated when I see an item and it's not available. Drives me nuts. But
agreed. Yeah. So you should be great using List Perfectly at that number. Like that should be working beautifully. The sharing.
So Chantel, she's asking if you're from the List Perfectly Mastermind group. Is what that.
Oh.
But she says, no, but I'm from Minnesota. I tried to say Minnesota. I have to think about how I say Minnesota.
Why?
Because I say it very Minnesota is how Minnesota. And I say it like that when I just randomly talk. So I have to.
All right, so
Um,
I'm going to be the one that gets us toasting out because we have 10 minutes, right?
yes, and you need to eat.
Before we
and
head
need
over
to
to our
Samantha and I
Come
need to
list
go
with
make
us?
something to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes before our Come List with Us co-working time happens in our Patreon group. So we're going to say goodbye, but we will be back next Wednesday.
All right.
With our
And you can join us if you want to do the free trial. You can join us today. Come
join
list with us.
for
Take advantage
co-working
of the
time.
Come Learn with us and see if we're for you. Yeah.
There you go. There
True
you go.
that. True that. All right, girls. Until next time.
Cheers.